Okay, we're back. Hell yeah, Jeremy. Let's go Void Crunchies. What is this? Are you enjoying VTube Studio right now? I believe that was the package that my parents sent me like multiple months ago. Or I don't know if it was multiple, but it was a while ago. Okay, that's all the mantises. And mantises are not worth killing, because as you can see, you only get like 1 XP per mantis. But, we're at least gonna... There's a Programmer's Digest, and a terminal, and a safe. Okay, we're gonna check the terminal and safe real quick, but first I want to finish just kind of exploring this area, see if there's anything else to find. Another Programmer's Digest. Those are super useful skill magazines, and a Salesman Weekly, in case we need to pass a skill check. What else do we have around here? Anything else? No, just Good Springs. Just Good Springs and cool. Alright. So I'm gonna do both these just for like maximizing my XP and so forth. Start with the hacking minigame. Now the hacking minigame, if you are familiar with Wordle, this is basically Wordle. Except it actually gives you like answers. But you have fewer attempts. Okay, so we're going to start with reading. Okay, so we've got 2 out of 7. Also, around here, you can sometimes find little debugs to... Can you? I could have sworn you could. Maybe... Oh, yep, there we go. There's a debug. They like just remove dull answers and give you more attempts. Remove a dud. And another dud. And another dud. Is that it? Okay, so reading. 2 out of 7. We're gonna do this actual puzzle. So, that'd be numbers. No, it wouldn't. It's not gonna end in ing because that would be 3 out of 7. Guarded. A-R. No, that's not gonna be it. Not ing. Expand. We've got an N, but we don't have anything else. Gradual. So we got the A and the D. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so it wasn't gradual. Interesting. So stating, we got the A. Oh yeah, it can't end in ing. Reason. R-E... Nope, that's not gonna be it. Not ing, not ing, not ing. Qualify. So we've got the A, and then an I, then compare that to gradual. The A... Okay, so this is... Nice, there we go. We got it. I like to actually do these puzzles. Some people just like to spam their way through them, which is valid. Okay, now we could unlock the safe, but I want to unlock it myself. Oh wait, I don't have locks. Why don't I have locks? What? I should definitely have locks. Lockpick skill of 25, right? Because I took good-natured. What are my stats? Skills. 22. Yeah, I took good-natured. Oh, no. Never mind. That doesn't actually affect lockpick. Okay, so we can't actually do lockpicking. So we're just gonna do this manually then. I'll take mentats, because though that should at least help me lockpick. Always take pre-war money, because why not? Stealth boy and super stim. Okay. Now we're ready to leave and go do something else. So our next bit, I believe, is going to take us to the graveyard. Let's see. Oh yeah, and here's a fun little thing. So if you weren't paying attention to that opening cutscene, basically, ooh, melee weapons. Yeah, basically in the Fallout universe, you know, bombs dropped, the world ended, yada yada yada. This is New Vegas is kind of set in a post-apocalypse where society is actually starting to rebuild itself after the apocalypse. But there's like a lot of political conflicts, basically.
Too many strangers coming into town these days. No offense.
And so, you know, we have the NCR, which is a faction of basically people wanting to return to what's basically like how life was before the war with, you know, basically return to kind of a republic, kind of old era deal. Sexy sleepwear. Then we have sensor module. I feel like that's a thing I'm gonna need at some point. Then we have what's it called? Oh yeah, basically they're trying to the NCR, the New California Republic, is expanding in the West, set in California, obviously, and they want to get, oh, a BB gun. Interesting. I don't need the BB gun, but that's cool. Ooh, actually, maybe I should do a shotgun. Because shotguns are pretty sick. And I hear shotguns are ludicrously powerful in this game. But anyway, yeah, they're kind of trying to expand their influence. They're kind of stretched thin on resources, so they needed Hoover Dam to power up a lot of stuff. And then Caesar's Legion, meanwhile, is basically a band of slavers basing themselves off of, you know, classic Roman society. And they've conquered a bunch of tribes, and they're basically a mini empire that's forming. And so we have the New California Republic and Caesar's Legion that are going to clash heads. Or have been clashing heads. Oh, hello, Scorpion. Then, I'll wait for you to get a little closer. Awesome. And it's just, so we're going to put 2 shots in just to be safe. So, yeah, that's Caesar's Legion. And then after Caesar's Legion, we also have House, who's basically this guy who's kind of the man behind everything. He basically runs New Vegas. he's the one that protected New Vegas from the bombs in the first place, because believe it or not, the bombs actually didn't hit, like, I believe, like, wasn't it, like, all the bombs except one got shot down, and the one ended up on, like, around Black Mountain or something like that? I swear that's the case. But anyway, he basically had this whole defense system to protect New Vegas from the bombs when they were falling. Or Las Vegas, and that became New Vegas. Then a little bit of... So, yeah, basically he's trying to run Vegas, and he's the one you're doing the delivery job for in the first place. You know, when you as a courier were making the delivery of the Platinum ship, he was the one that commissioned that delivery, and he was also, I believe, the one you're supposed to deliver it to. Right, so here's a snow globe. And then around here is going to be... This is what we came for. Rock cloud. Also, if we had a shovel, we could do some digging up and searching through these graves. And I hear there's, like, some good stuff around here in the graves. But I don't think they leave you a shovel up here. So that's a bit of a shame. So then... Yeah, so houses basically, yeah. Yeah, here's a grave, which we don't have a shovel. And there's, I believe, a few more. Yeah. Anyway. Vtuber Eats! Thank you for the raid, friend. It's good to see you. And then we have basically a whole bunch of factions in the wasteland. You know, we've got like... Ooh, those are coyotes, but they haven't seen me, so we're gonna steer clear. Yeah, we have a whole bunch of other factions like the Great Khans. Uh-oh. Hello? Hello? Okay, the game's still there. YouTube Studio? You doing okay? Uh-oh, VTube Studio crashed. Give me a second. Give me just a second. I'm gonna switch over to the waiting screen. Okay. Here's my model. Let me reset where it's supposed to be. Is that good? We'll change that a little bit. That's gotta be good. Okay. We're back. And now, let me tab back into the game. Okay. Why did that do that? Also, my mouse is... Go away with this. Uh-oh. Who? What? Who? That's Easy Pete. Why is combat music? Why is Easy Pete Why is combat music? Help me? Oh, it's a rad scorpion. We're gonna lead this over to town. We do have a shotgun. So once it gets closer... And by that I mean a lot. Uh-oh. That looks like it's going to attack someone else, and that's not what I want to happen. Okay, here it goes. Hopefully this kills it. Yeah, these things have a lot of damage threshold. Okay, it's dead. Yeah, rad scorpions are no joke. Let's go ahead and drop ourselves another save. Because you never know when this game is gonna crash. I have downloaded a bunch of, like, mods last night. Just for extra stability to make sure there's, like, minimal crashing potential, but still, mods can only do so much. Have I already been in here? No, I have not. There's also nothing in here. About the mailbox. Meeting people! Oh, I love meeting people. It's like the best magazine in the game, because speech is broken. Also, I am not going to use speech to deal with Legate Lanius. That is, like... It feels anticlimactic to me. Like, just the fact that you can basically talk down the big bad from, like, just conquering everything. Because here's the criticism I've heard regarding the using speech to talk down Legate Lanius. Basically, Legate Lanius is this person that we've never seen anything of. You never meet him until the very end game. And he's like this bastard who... His face is so disfigured, he wears a mask, and, like, basically, he's a savage. He will just, like, absolutely... Like, he wants death and destruction and devastation, and even Caesar himself is terrified of him. And he doesn't even really care about the Legion. He just cares about violence. In the game, you can use speech to convince him to just not attack Hoover Dam by saying, oh, well, the Legion is going to stretch itself too thin, and then everyone's going to be screwed. But if you're just... But he's not the sort of person that would care. He doesn't care that Caesar's Legion is going to get stretched too thin. He just wants violence.
Let me see what you got. Yeah, these'll do just fine. Just fine. All right, now. We're gonna be making something folks on the trail call healing powder. Go on over to that campfire now. Give it a try.
Let's do some healing powder.
Hey, that's not bad, see? All it takes to make a recipe is the right ingredients and the right know-how. Sometimes it won't be a campfire you need. Might need to do some work on your guns and ammo, maybe. Important thing to get is it's all the same idea. You just need to find the right place to set up shop. Workbench or reloading bench, whatever. Well, I hope that's enough to get you started. I'm heading back now. Hope I didn't miss anything good on the jukebox. Cheyenne would never forgive me. Hey, do me a favor. Trudy, she's the bartender up at the Prospector. Kind of the town mom. She likes to meet newcomers. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to poke your head in and say hi.
Alright, yeah, we have to talk to Trudy, and this is gonna start off the little quest here. It's called Ghost Town Gunfight, right? I think that's what it's called. Yeah, that healing powder is the last thing we will ever craft in this game, because I don't do crafting in this game. It's just not it's not that interesting of a system in my opinion, and I don't know, I've never actually needed any of the stuff you can craft. And while being able to craft ammo sounds like it would be super useful, I have no idea how. Or what or why. So. Yeah, we're gonna head back, do Ghost Town gunfight. Might as well put away our gun, because that is, after all, why we're moving so slowly right now. And it feels, yeah, it's after 6 p.m., so our special stats are going to be suffering a -1 penalty. So, also, yeah, when I was talking about the main factions of the game, you know, we've got the NCR, Caesar's Legion, and Mr. House. There's also a fourth faction, which is Yes Man, and the Yes Man faction is basically the, no, hang on.
I'm done being nice. If you don't hand Ringo over soon, I'm going to get my friends and we're burning this town to the ground. Got it?
We'll keep that in mind. Now, if you're not gonna buy something, get out.
What the hell is your problem?
So, yeah, Yes Man is basically our... What? What's she doing? Where are you going, Trudy? Are you not supposed to run your bar?
Well, you've been causing quite a stir. Glad I finally got to meet you. Welcome to the Prospector Saloon.
Hey, we got our level up. Yeah, maybe she's headed to bed. I don't know. Okay, show me what you got for sale. Argument. Alright, let's just clear out all her dialogue. Why not?
There's always something interesting going on. But the biggest news has to be the come and dust up between the NCR and the Legion over the dam.
Okay. And then...
I'm pretty sure the NCR wants to hold on to the dam because it's one of the few places around that can make electricity. The Legion are a bunch of savages, though. No idea why they'd want the dam. Probably plan on destroying it or something.
I can't remember why they want the dam. Is it just because they're butting heads with the NCR?
Slavers, killers, and all other kinds of trouble. They dress up like Roman soldiers, so there's no mistaking it when you see them. The rumor is that the Legion is far larger than the NCR lets on, and that it's been due to luck that the Legion hasn't overrun the territory.
Nice, and then...
The new California Republic's got the most power in Nevada. Money, troops, you name it. They do what they can to keep things safe in the region. But if you ask me, they're trying to do too much. They're spread too thin.
Yeah, so the NCR is spreading themselves too thin. Yeah, the Legion, I've heard, is supposed to be a lot more fleshed out, but they're a bit more bare bones in this game because, again, Obsidian wanted to do a lot and only had 2 years to do it in.
Mostly traders looking to buy bighorn or meat and hides. The traders are the main reason the general store manages to stay in business. Most travelers heading south on the I-15 just push on towards Prim, unless they're in desperate need of supplies. I know that thing as much as anyone else around here. It mostly keeps to itself, which is just fine by me. It was here when I took over the saloon 7 years ago. Some people have said its owner lived here, but no one knows who it was. Other than rolling around once in a while, it doesn't do anything useful as far as I can tell. I don't know why it took an interest in you, but I'd be careful. It's never helped anyone before.
Yeah, doesn't Victor work for Mr. House?
It acts friendly enough, but I don't trust that whole cheerful cowboy act. I find it all very creepy. Fine by me.
And then...
Not much, other than there were a bunch of freeloaders who expected a few rounds on the house. I was able to get them to pay up, though. Of course, one of the great cons did knock my radio to the floor, by accident, and it hasn't been working since. They were having some kind of argument about it, but the guy in the checkered coat kept shushing them. Sounded like they came in from the north through Quarry Junction. If that's the case, I can't say I blame them for not wanting to go back. That whole area is overrun with the kind of critters that just get mad if you shoot them. Merchants avoid that whole stretch of I-15 like it's radioactive, which it could be for all I know. I didn't hear exactly, but the leader was talking about the strip. Fellow wants to get there and avoid the 15, he'd have to go east. Take Highway 93 up.
Yeah, we're being given a lot of directions here, and I am a person who, in general, is also just directionally challenged when it comes to, like, you just name random roads and expect me to know what you're talking about. I don't know what Highway 15 is.
Sure, the outside looks okay, but I think something broke on the inside. There'd be caps in it for you. I do like to hear what's going on in the world. And that Mr. New Vegas seems like such a gentleman. Looks like our little town got itself dragged into the middle of something we don't want anything to do with. About a week ago, this trader, Ringo, comes into town. Survivor of an attack, he says. Bad men after him. Needs a place to hide. We figured he was just in shock, so we gave him a place to lie low. We didn't actually expect anyone to come after him.
Yeah, so here's Ghost Town Gunfight, our first little side quest of the game. So yes.
He's holed up at the abandoned gas station up the hill. You mean murder him? That's not our way, even if Cobb is scum. He can bluster and threaten all he wants. Some of the others, like Sonny, will probably stand up for Ringo if he asks for help, which he hasn't. Personally, I hope he sneaks out of town one night and takes the powder gangers with him. Chain gangs, really. The NCR brought them in from California to work on the rail lines. Problem is, it turns out that giving convicts a bunch of dynamite and blasting powder isn't the best idea. It was a big escape not too long ago. Some of them stuck together so they could make trouble. That's what we're dealing with now. All right.
Hey.
If you were able to get Ringo out of this mess, you'd have a decent reputation around Good Springs. I'd even set you up with a discount. Of course, helping Ringo would also make the powder gangers mad, and they've got a lot of friends out there. Don't know why you'd want to do a thing like that. Yep, you'd get on their good side, but people around here wouldn't appreciate it one bit. He's a convict, just without the chains. Said his name was Cobb. Powder gangers is what they call themselves. Plenty more like him out there.
And there we go.
Be careful out there.
Oh yeah, I forgot we had to level up. So first thing we want is to be able to lockpick anything at all. Then... let's put a few points into speech. I would like to get some energy weapons. And then the rest into, what do you think, guns maybe? Science might also not be a terrible idea. Sneak? Are we gonna be doing sneak? I don't know if we were gonna do sneak. But getting guns there, yeah, let's do sneak. Get everything up to nice round numbers. Now. Black Widow. Cherries La Femme. Intense training. Rapid reload, retention, and swift learner. Okay, so retention. Okay, that's just 3 times as long, not as useful. Swift learner. that's pretty good. Just being able to gain extra XP every time you gain XP. Rapid reload. Pretty standard. And then let's see. So both Black Widow and okay, so I know Black Widow has a bunch of options, and I know... Okay, how do you pronounce that? Cher says la femme. I know... Basically the lesbian perk. I know Black Widow has a bunch of usefulness. The lesbian perk also does. There's also, however, more male enemies in the game than there are female. That said... For roleplay's sake, I gotta be a lesbian. I mean, come on. And then also... But yeah, I don't think I've ever done any dialogue options that involve this perk. So we're gonna just take it. We should probably have taken the... What was the Swift Learner perk? We should probably have taken that at our first level, but I don't know. Want to be a lesbian as early as possible. Okay, so now... Everyone's going to bed. I guess I could try to fix her radio right now. That is true, Jeremy.
Hi there. Sticking around Good Springs for a while longer?
Hello, Muppet. Yes. Okay.
Not in Good Springs, no. But if you're up for a little scavenging, there's always the schoolhouse. Most of what's in there is junk, but there's this old safe that even Easy Pete wasn't able to crack with dynamite. If you want to take a shot at it, take these. If the lock's too much for you to handle, reading through the magazine might give you the edge you need. You'll need those to pick the lock. Be careful, though. Put too much pressure on them, and they'll snap. Oh. Well, go ahead and keep the stuff I gave you anyway. It'll be more useful to you than me.
Yay.
Sure can. Take the road southeast out of town till it hits the freeway. Prim is the town with the roller coaster straight south. Can't miss it. NCR patrols do a good job of keeping the highway clear, but I'd keep your gun where you can reach it easily. You never know who you'll run into. Off the road, you'll probably start running into hostile wildlife. My advice would be to stick to the highway when you can. I hunt geckos mostly. The meat's pretty good and I can always find a buyer for the hides. I also help keep the town clear of rad scorpions and coyotes. Not many people live in Good Springs, so wildlife is always creeping in. Until next time.
Now, let's see. We were gonna do the radio for Trudy. And we're able to repair. So, an examination of the radio's internal components reveals that several parts and connections were popped loose when the radio hit the floor. It should be a fairly simple repair job to get it working again. We fixed it, get a little bit of XP, and Trudy is going to be happy with us. Don't know where Trudy is, though. And also, it is nighttime. I can't see shit. Trudy, is that you? No, that's going to be the random settler, isn't it? Yeah. Let's head up and talk to Rango. Oh, right. Okay, again, I want to address this question one last time, because this is kind of where we're going to have to make this decision. Do we work for the Powder Gangers or for Good Springs? Earlier, we were leaning more towards helping the Powder Gangers, but let's ask this question just one last time. Powder Gangers or Good Springs? Because if we do end up siding with Good Springs, I kind of want to head out and do a quest that involves the Powder Gangers first. Because then if we help Goodsprings, we'd be vilified by the Powder Gangers, and then we can't do that quest anymore. So... Jeremy says Goodsprings. Okay, so what we'll probably do... First, we'll talk to Rango. Should we do that first? Yeah, I think we'll do that first. Also, not to mention, helping Goodsprings is a little bit more interesting, because, like, you kind of have to talk around town, get people be willing to help out, and, like, pitch in to put up a strong fight against the Powder Gangers. But yeah, let's talk to you. Let's talk to Rango.
Close enough. Who are you, and what do you want with me?
Ringo is his name, not Rango. Let's see.
Sorry about the gun. You just caught me off guard, that's all. We got off to a bad start. What say we start over with a friendly game of Caravan? You know how to play?
I don't, and I don't think anyone in the world does. I tried learning once and I could not understand it. Okay, let's see. Yeah, sure. We'll just ask him the rules of Caravan, and then we're not gonna know how to play.
It's a two-player game, and the winner takes the whole pie. You build a caravan using the cards in your deck. The goal is to create caravan bids that beat your opponent's bids, so there's more strategy than luck involved. It's why you won't see Caravan in any casino. Too slow-paced. And more importantly, no house edge. Here, take this holotape. It goes into more specifics about the rules. You'll also need a deck, so take one of my spares. So, you feel like playing a game?
Not really.
All right.
Now, I will say, I have to respect the fact that you get a starter deck, and then throughout the game you can kind of collect more cards to add to the deck, I suppose. I do have to respect that. That's a kind of cool way of doing a card game in a game. However, you have to make the card game interesting and playable. So I will not be playing Caravan. Unless someone in chat can absolutely, like, teach me how to play. No, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna talk about Joe Cobb.
Yeah, he doesn't look very tough, though. I hear he's afraid I'll shoot him down from one of the windows when I see him. And he's right. I'll have a much bigger problem once his friends show up. There's no way I could handle all of them in a gunfight. I'm gonna lay low for as long as I can, assuming the town doesn't throw me to the wolves. I've got no chance against the gang on my own. We just end up sharing the same grave if it's just the two of us. Now, if some of the other people in town were also on board... Start with Sunny Smiles. She's been friendlier than most around here.
Okay. Yeah, so... I hope that doesn't lock us out of the Powder Gangers just yet. Ooh, Doctor's Pack. That's gonna be useful. Just because... Yeah, I didn't see anything on screen saying we're vilified yet, so we'll probably be fine still. Whiskey. I've heard whiskey is useful, but... Again, I just never really touched drugs in this game. There's a stim pack, though. And a cash register. Lots of Sunset Sarsaparilla. There's some Radex. And then... Ooh, carton of cigarettes. Those are valuable, so always take them. And Ringo's detecting me. There we go, 4 safe. There we go. Let's see, jets. I don't think I need jet. Medics might be useful. It doesn't weigh anything. Might as well take all of it. Alright. Now... Yeah, I also remember if you help Goodsprings and help Ringo, he will then help you later on when you get to... When you finally get to New Vegas and visit the Caravan, whatever they're called. He's a part of that faction and will reward you later on. So... There's definitely a strong benefit to helping Goodsprings and Ringo. At this point, yeah, if we've kind of decided that we're going to commit to helping Goodsprings, I think that means we need to head out of town and deal with the Powder Gangers, because the Powder Gangers... I remember there's like one quest... At least one quest involving the Powder Gangers that you can't do anything with once you're vilified by them. So we're going to do that first, but first off, it's late at night. And remember, we are currently suffering that penalty because it's not in the morning, so we're going to... I can't remember which house it was. There's like a house here that you're able to sleep in. Which one is it? Also, bullshit that I can't sleep on the couch. I guess I could just wait. There is a wait function. But I usually like to sleep. Partly for roleplay purposes, like I cannot just see myself sitting on a couch for like 8 hours or whatever. That just, yeah. Because I have nothing to pass the time with, you know? I'd just be sitting there twiddling my thumbs, and that would just drive me insane to do that for 8 straight hours. So what we'll do instead... Like, I guess I could be reading one of my magazines, which also... Let's talk about the magazines real quick. Does it make sense that the magazines are one use only? Like, what am I doing? Ripping out each page? Like, as I read it? How aggressively am I reading these magazines? Is this the place I can sleep? Okay, there's Easy Pete. Aha, a bed. And a BB gun. Yeah, I guess you do eat the magazines. That's why they call them consumables. Ooh, Wasteland Cellar? No thanks. Yeah, first I'm gonna loot Easy Pete's house, and then I'm going to actually... actually sleep. Anything? Dinner plate, cutting board, oven, grilled mantis inside. Okay, time to sleep. It's midnight. So 6 a.m. is when our bonus starts. but for the first hour or so after we wake up, I don't suspect we're gonna need our bonuses, so we're gonna sleep for 5 hours. Going to bed at midnight and waking up at 5 a.m. Oh boy. That sounds like pain. Yeah, and see, the sun's not even up yet. But anyway, let's check our quest log. Data quests. And it looks like Vtuber Studios being weird, and so is... Okay, Vtuber Studios seems to be back. And so is... OBS. I don't know what just happened there. Okay, so Ghost Town Gunfight, Sierra Madre, that's the DLC. Happy Trails, that's also DLC. Reunion... That's DLC. That's DLC. And that's the main quest. Okay, so... let's check the world map. Canyon Wreckage, Prim... Mojave... I don't remember where it is, but somewhere... I want to say it's like right around here. Or maybe it's like around here? There's the prison that all the powder gangers are from, and that's where the quest is. Northern Passage. What's... oh, that's where you're gonna do the Lonesome Road DLC. Yeah, does anyone know the quest that I'm talking about? There's... yeah, it's like the NCRCF, that's what it is. The NCR Correctional Facility is where the powder gangers are all from. And if you go there when you're not vilified, there's a quest you can do there. Right? Is that past Prim? Because I think it goes Prim, then maybe right around here is gonna be Nipton, and then you turn around here is gonna be Novak. So is the NCRCF gonna be like here maybe? Here? I don't know. It's hard to say. We're just gonna wander out in the wasteland. No way this could go wrong. Oh, also check our weight. 121. That's fine. Who are you? Are you... oh, you're Joe Cobb. Okay, once again, if we talk to you, are we locking ourselves out of Good Springs? I don't think so. We're gonna drop a save just in case. Alright.
What do you want? He's some traitor who decided he'd rather shoot than pay the toll for being in our territory. He's hiding somewhere in town. Would serve these idiots right if me and my guys shot the place up after we got payback on Ringo.
Not gonna say that. I'm just gonna ask this.
Same old shit that's been going on for years. The NCR and Legion are still fighting over Hoover Dam for some reason. Never been there since the NCR's got troops all over it. Must be pretty important.
I'm gonna ask this question. Maybe this'll mark NCRCF on my map.
It is now. Me and the rest of the guys busted out of the NCR prison east of here and took over. Now we're calling the shots.
Okay. Ah, there we go. Got it.
None of your damn business. You ought to know better than to ask a man that kind of question. Robbed some people, burned some things, killed a few guys.
Hell yeah. I just care about the XP. I don't care about the information.
I've run with some tough gangs, but I gotta admit, they all got nothing on the Legion. I hear they stick you up on poles and it takes a while to die. I ain't saying I'm afraid of them or nothing, but I'll be staying out of their way. New California Republic. Nothing new about it. Just a bunch of people with money and power pushing everyone else around. They've got troops all over the Mojave, but it's a big desert, so it's pretty easy to avoid them if you want.
Yeah, people with money and power trying to push other people around. That sounds very familiar.
Yeah.
So now we have that marked on our map. We can go to our data. Nope, come on, world map. There we go. So there it is. So it's east. Yes, exactly, Jeremony. Jeremony? Sure, your name's Jeremony now, I guess. Yeah, we'll just we'll beeline it. It's still 15 minutes until 6. Uh-oh. Enemy? It's a coyote. And yeah, I think it's that one. There, that we're aiming for. Alright. Try to stay away from the coyotes. I'm not afraid of them. Like, I've got pretty powerful gear. I'll probably be fine if I tangle with them, but I'd rather just not. Okay, here's the point where it says we can change our character build if we need to. I think we're fine with how things are. Oh! I think I know what... I'm gonna rebuild character. Hang on. No, that's not what I want. Not rebuild. Yes. Okay, there we go. Right, okay, so perception down, charisma down, intelligence up, endurance up. Then it was like 1 point in everything else, right? 1, 2, 3. Done with that. Yeah, these being our tagged skills is fine. The traits are the ones that I was wondering about. Because good-natured I took. Yeah, so that only affects barter, medicine, repair, science, and speech. -5 to all that other stuff. So, did they change the power of this perk with the DLC? Because I swear it used to affect all non-combat related skills. Got a boost, but now it's only the select few. It's still pretty good. Okay, so first take early bird again. Yeah, do we still want good natured or do we want to swap it out? Order could be another interesting one. Now, I'll stick with what I did. I think it's fine. Yeah, we're done. Now we just need to navigate our way around these... Oh, we've got another level up, apparently. Okay, so what do we do next? Why is energy weapon... Oh! I guess changing our character means we changed that stuff too. Okay, so we want lockpick here, and sneak, and then what else did we do? Speech. Yes. And then take the lesbian bird. Okay, that's what it was. I leveled up and I mean I switched my stuff around, and so the game's gonna be like give you another level up. Okay. What is this? The Devil's Gullet. Oh, I don't like the sound of the Devil's Gullet. That sounds like there's gonna be some bad stuff here. Probably not, but you never know. But you want to just kind of see what's around here. In cans, whiskey, in can. Is there anything here? Is this just a fast travel location? I've never seen the Devil's Gullet in all my playthroughs. Yeah, this would be like a Sarlacc pit kind of deal. But I don't know, I'm not seeing anything. It's just a hole in the ground that you could use to fast travel, I suppose. Check the map. Okay, we want to be heading more southeast. I guess I could place a marker. That would probably be a lot better. And let's drop a save. Just can't drop too many saves. I'm just playing around with my eyes here. Doing some winking. Yeah, I do like my winks. Okay. Oh! No, that's a coyote. Okay, this is gonna be an NCR person, probably. Not NCR, Powder Ganger. Powder Ganger person, I believe. Yeah, Powder Gangers. But because I haven't done anything to them, they're not gonna be hostile. Am I allowed to steal stuff from you? I am. I'll just take all of that then. And today's physician.
Damn, running low on smokes again.
Found some leather armor. But that's not as good as the metal armor that I have equipped. Uh-oh. Oh, that sounded like combat music, but no, it's just more Powder Ganger shot.
Never gets old when something blows up.
I'm assuming these guys are gonna be... I'm assuming these are Joe Cobb's gang. The people that are gonna show up to attack the town. So, let's... That's it. That's the place I was talking about. NCRCF. And I'm like fairly certain there's a quest here. I could be wrong, but I do remember that being a thing. There's also the issue of if I do that quest, am I gonna be doing a bad thing? Like, what's the quest involve? Also, notably, if I do something that does kind of screw over one faction over the other, like the NCR, Caesar's Legion, whatever, that doesn't lock me out of siding with them later in the game because, like, at the end of, I think it's Act 1, you kind of get your reputation reset with everyone. So, people you've screwed over are not going to be as mad at you, and so on and so forth. Powder Gangers. I recall there being, like, somewhere around there's, like, a camp of NCR that's got a bunch of tied up powder gangers, and you can basically set them free. I'm not seeing that. We'll just head to the prison. Here it is. I'm not going to use their radio because I don't want to get, like, copyright stuff, which I hear is apparently a problem, but I do miss hearing New Vegas, like, talk about the news. I wonder if there's a mod that can basically take all the copyright music away, but I can still just listen to the radio.
Hey there, girly. You here to party with the powder gangers?
Not exactly. Hello, Unknown Hero 360. You may say that if the creatures of Fallout with Pokemon DNA, the abilities that they have, then they would be a monster that we can't control or be tamed, like, never. That was kind of a mess of a sentence, sorry. I can't really process what you said. It's something about Fallout and Pokemon.
This is, or was, the Big House. New California Republic Correctional Facility. Not much correcting went on here, just slave labor. One day, us prisoners decided to liberate ourselves. Killed the warden, killed the guards, took over the whole damn territory.
You love to see it.
That'll be Eddie. You can usually find him sitting in the warden's old chair up in the main building. Me? I ran with the toughest gang in the hub. You've heard of the hub, right? It's, west of here, I think. Back in California.
See.
We've got the biggest, baddest fort in the wasteland. There's water and power, and if we need grub, we just go out and steal it.
Fair enough.
That's us. We got sent here to fix the rails and make some new ones. And for that, we got to use dynamite. Of course, dynamite works pretty good against caravan guards, too. So, that's what we do. Rob and blow things up. Well, I don't know. Depends on if you can make it worth my time. 100 caps sounds right to me.
What? I can't speech check him. I mean, caps are easy to make back, right? Shh, might as well. Sure.
All right, you can go on in. Can't guarantee your safety, though. Just saying. Yeah, whatever.
Because I am gonna need caps if I want to make, like, do augments and stuff, but, like, I don't know, I feel like they're fairly easy to come by. If nothing else, I can do gambling, and having a luck of 6 would at least give me a slight edge.
Hello.
I'm fairly decent at blackjack. Don't know about roulette.
Hey, I've been sent to tell you that while you're not exactly a friend, we know you've helped us out some all the same.
I
Figure some
have?
kind of truce is in order. As long as you don't come too close to any of our camps, we'll let you pass without trying to kill you. Of course, the truce is off once we know you're an enemy. Then we'll have to make you leave by force. Your own fault. You understand? See ya.
I have helped them out? I don't think I have. I've barely just started the game, and all I've done is, like, just give a person 100 caps to enter their area? But whatever. I'm gonna go in, talk to Eddie. Yeah, that might be it. They're probably just saying, like, you're not vilified yet, and so you're still cool with us. I remember, NCRCF, you like, storm it with the NCR at one point, I think. Oh! Yes! Yes, that's... Oh, yeah. If you, like... I think it's at Prim. Hang on. Yeah, if you go to Prim and talk to NCR people there, they're gonna be like, oh, we need to retake NCRCF. And... yeah, when you do that, this place is kinda hell to fight through. Because they're not joking. This is, like, a very heavily fortified fortress. But for now, everything's cool, and I can talk to
there was a
people.
new face around. I'm the doctor around here. Sort of. I was an NCR medic for 6 months, so I'm not exactly a doctor. Still, it's more medical training than any of the other guys here. It also gives me an excuse to stay out of any raiding parties. The gang can't lose its only doctor now, can it?
That's totally fair. You know? Just... yeah, just being like, you know, I'm gonna help you out medically, and I'm cool with being your doctor, but just don't... I also don't want to be involved in any raiding parties, so, like... And they're like, fine, because you're our doctor and we don't want to lose you, we'll just not involve you. That's valid. Let's see.
Medical supplies go for a decent amount of caps in the right markets. I figured the quartermaster wouldn't notice any missing. I was wrong.
Yeah, they do inventory and stuff.
Let's see. I've been a farmhand, a bouncer, a bandit, and an NCR trooper. I don't recommend any of them. The location by the highway makes it a good spot to shake down any travelers passing through. That's why Eddie and the rest are still around. Me, I like having big walls between myself and the wasteland. One night, there was a big explosion from the other cell block. I had no idea what was going on, so I took cover in my bunk. When it was all over, the guards were dead and we were free. Most of the other prisoners scattered, but a few of us stuck around, obviously.
Nice.
Later.
I guess I should put away my gun. Isn't there like a thing where if you're talking to someone with your gun out, they will like you less or something?
Could have sworn I saw some great comms the other day.
Pretty sure that's a thing.
Haven't seen a decent caravan come up the road in days.
Let's see. Need my light. Alright, here's Eddie. Like what they did to the president. President Peaches. I'd vote for him. Alright, Eddie.
Dawes said he let somebody in. So you going to give me a reason not to kill you and throw your body back outside?
Why would you do that? I'm just a random nobody. Yeah, let's see.
The NCR called it a work-release prison. We lucky prisoners got the privilege of fixing up the rail lines and blasting rock for new lines. They got sloppy, though. Some of us managed to hide away some dynamite, and look who's in charge now.
Nice. Didn't we just ask that? Let's see.
It was all Cook's idea. He and his boys managed to swipe some dynamite and hide it away in their cells. The rest of us just tagged along. Cook's crew headed north while the rest of us stuck around for payback.
Also, I love how they're just basically flexing on, like... You would think, right, like, they would try to keep this stuff secret, like, oh, you know, we broke out, how and why, that's a secret. No, they're just straight up front about it. Oh yeah, we snuck some dynamite and so on and so forth, and then, you know, we were able to escape that way. And meanwhile, you know, yeah, basically they're just like flexing. Let's see, you're trying to say that the creatures of Fallout with Pokemon DNA and abilities that they will be spliced and merged with, say, Poke DNA, and they would be monstrosity, hunt, or exterminate, then they will not be stopped, like Deathclaws will have the right dragon types. Yeah, I mean, sure, I agree with you. You make a good point.
One mean son of a bitch. Really truly hates the NCR for some reason. And he got a lot of the other guys around to his way of thinking. He and his crew went north. I heard talk about some sort of big plan to get back at the NCR, but haven't seen them since.
I can't remember. I mean, I know you meet Cook later on. I can't remember what that involves, like, what he's involved with. Let's see. How did you end up?
Why do you care? Answer, you shouldn't. I don't feel like trading life stories.
That's valid.
This is Powderganger territory, my territory. Most of the guys around here understand that. One, Chavez doesn't. Chavez formed his own crew and have been hitting traders on their own. Everybody I've sent after him either got killed or weren't able to catch him. That leaves you. What do you say? Chavez is the ringleader. Without him, his crew will fall apart, and I don't give a shit about those guys. Good. Chavez and his boys were last seen south of here. If you're lucky, and he's careless, he might still be there. Yeah, get out of here.
Alrighty. And now we've started I Fought the Law. Which,
Hello.
I don't do this quest much, because I usually just rush through the starting area and finish the Ghost Town gunfight, and then I get locked out of doing this quest because I always side with Good Springs. So this is a different way of doing it. And over here, we're going... Okay, so let's set that as active first of all. Deal with Chavez. Okay, where in the world map is that? Oh, just due south of here. Right? Oh, wait, no. First, we have to leave the area. Right. And then we'll know what to do. Oh yeah, no, it is actually very close by. Seems easy enough. Just deal with Chavez. And there might be a peaceful solution to this quest, but there's no guarantee of that. So, best be prepared with a gun. Nope, that's just a random powder ganger. Okay, it's gotta be this location on our map here. And there he is. Okay, so these are friendly still, so I might be able to just talk him around. Let's drop another save. Alright. Chavez?
You just walked into the wrong camp, my friend. Hand over everything you've got and we might let you live. That's nothing new. Am I supposed to be impressed?
Yes. Hell yeah, speech check.
All right. Pickings were getting slim around here anyway.
Well, there we go. Didn't have to kill him. I'm telling you, speech is just the most powerful thing ever. It's the free skip button. I will take your word for it, unknown. I'm just here to play regular old New Vegas.
Damn, running low on smokes again.
So... we helped Chavez, but we didn't help Chavez. We took care of Chavez by telling him not to do this anymore. So then, what's our reward?
What? I'm happy you cleared that up for me, but we've got another situation to worry about. There's a merchant hanging around near the prison. Something feels funny about him, and I want you to deal with him. Shake him down if he's legit, but if not, take him out. Most people already know we run this territory and are usually in a hurry to get out. Not this guy. It's like he wants us to come get him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I vaguely recall this. Like, the merchant in question is an NCR person in disguise. And I do believe this is another instance that I can basically just sort out with speech. Basically everything in the game you can do with speech, including the final boss. You can just final boss, like talk down the final boss. Okay, so how far away is this? Also not that far, so that's fine. And here we are. Okay, let's just take in the view a bit from up here. This is basically how the majority of the game looks. You can kind of see the strip off there in the distance. That is Black Mountain, I believe. Don't know what that is. Is that the... Is that the, rocket quest or whatever, where they're ghouls trying to do rockets or something? And then we've got Prim over here with the roller coaster. And then... yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, I do like me kind of like having a nice view to overlook the entire area. That's always fun in games. Uh-oh. Got float flies. Still not close enough. Took care of him. Good old 5 XP. Probably not worth the 2 bullets. Now we got powder gangers. And right up here...
Never gets old when something blows up.
yeah, powder gangers do like their explosions. right up here is our guy. Gonna drop another save. Yeah, I'm like fairly certain this is another speech check.
Better be careful around these parts. I hear there's powder gangers around and dangerous for merchants like me.
Yeah, now we got multiple stuff. So let's see. Intelligence 6, traveling a little light for a merchant, aren't you? No, packed ramen. Or a real merchant would be much more worried about powder gangers, you know?
Well, you see, Fuck. I'm really a bounty hunter trying to catch some powder gangers, but they probably saw through me just like you did. I've been hanging around hoping to ambush some of them, but haven't had any success. Yeah, was a stupid idea anyway. See you around.
Yet another thing I could just deal with speech. Let's see what's inside here. The skydiving place. Is there anything worth checking out in here? I've heard Fallout 3 rewards you a lot more for exploration than New Vegas does. Like, New Vegas puts most of its, like, interesting rewards right in front of, like, main quest areas. So if you just kind of, like, go out of your way to explore certain stuff like this, you're not necessarily going to find cool stuff. But, might as well. I am planning to play Fallout 3 at some point, so that would also be... It's just good practice to start exploring.
Never gets old when something blows up.
We could probably just fast travel if we wanted to. Yeah, we'll walk it. We're not that lazy, it's just over the mountain. It's not even that big of a mountain. I've had to climb taller mountains in Skyrim. This might be a bit tricky. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we are. Alright, there's NCRCF. In we go.
Never gets old when something blows up.
And... all the interiors are so dark. It's hard to see.
What? Good. Had him figured for NCR. One of the Rangers, maybe. Anyway, speaking of the NCR, I need you to take a walk down to Prim. The NCR hasn't raised hell over our breakout, and I want to find out why. They're up to something, I can feel it. I know the NCR has troops near Prim, so talk to the locals.
Sit up,
find out
straight.
if any of those troops are going to be coming our way.
Thank you for the posture check, Ellie.
Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah, posture is not easy to do in the Kotatsu. Also not entirely sure why the sound alert kind of just started and then stopped partway through. Not sure what's going on there. Then... okay, so this is another part of the quest where I'm not entirely sure what's gonna happen here. Is this gonna automatically make me an enemy of the NCR, or... is everything gonna be fine if I do this? We will have to see. Probably a good idea to drop another save right before we do it. So... yeah, this is different for me. I've never done this before. I don't think. I've seen people do it. New Vegas has been okay, Ellie. So far, we still haven't done Ghost Town Gunfight. We're kind of putting that off because we're planning to side with the with Good Springs, which means I want to do the Power Ganger quest first. But because it's been so long since I've played the game, I honestly have no idea which quests affect what. So I don't know if, like... I don't know if doing the Power Ganger quest is a good idea in general. But I just kind of want to do it just to see what happens. Okay, now we're headed towards Prim. Drop another save.
Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Prim is off limits.
And here's the NCR person. Why would I can take care of myself mean anything? Because he just told me Prim is off limits. He didn't say anything about like, oh, it's too dangerous here, turn back. He just said, no, this is like, we're closing this place off. You can't go through here. Why would that be my response? What's going on in Prim?
Some convicts from the prison up the road have taken over the town. Everyone inside is either dead or in hiding. What's more, there are 2 tribes of raiders causing trouble in this area as well. You'd be safer heading back up to Good Springs.
Yeah, so far I haven't done anything that loses reputation with the NCR. And even if I do end up accidentally becoming vilified, there is going to be a reputation reset, like, at the end of either the first or second act of the game, so... it'll be fine, I think.
We'd love to, but they don't fall under NCR jurisdiction. Even if they did, we're in no shape to protect them. We don't have the equipment to take out the convicts. And even if we did, we need some extra hands for backup. You should talk to Lieutenant Hayes. He's in a tent down the road. Just stay on the west side of the overpass if you don't want to get shot.
It's kind of funny that he's basically like, we blocked off the road, it's too dangerous, we're not letting anyone through. And I just ask him a few questions and he's like, oh, you should talk to the head person in command. Like, that'll be perfectly fine, I'm sure. Okay, I do want to check to... I swear there's like mines laid around. That might be up on the bridge. But yeah, like, to him, I'm just a random citizen. Why would he give me all this information? Yeah, that's fair, Ellie. That usually happens with me too. Okay, did I miss the way that I'm supposed to go to get in to talk to Lieutenant Hayes. I'm gonna walk around the long way, aren't I? This is gonna be so tedious. Don't need my gun out. And I've found the drive-in. This is where you can start... Isn't this where you can start the... what DLC is it? Isn't it the Old World Blues? I hear something. Sounds like rattlesnakes. Come to think of it. Oh yeah, there are rattlesnake type enemies, aren't there? They're the night stalkers or whatever they're called. They're like the rattlesnake coyote crossbreeds. They're absolutely terrifying.
Hey.
Hello?
I'm Sergeant McGee of the New California Republic Army, 5th Battalion, 1st Company. If you want to talk about something, speak to Lieutenant Hayes.
Yeah, that makes sense. Also, why would that get you vilified? You'd think with mines, they wouldn't know you were the one that set them.
I have no idea. I just go and do what they tell me. I'm from Hub originally, but it's been a long time since I saw it. I'm on my second tour here. Most non-commissioned officers are.
Isn't the hub a location in Fallout 2? My knowledge of the earlier Fallouts is pretty limited, and I just know what I know of it from what I hear.
I'm Lieutenant Hayes of the New California Republic Army, 5th Battalion, 1st Company. What's your business?
Yeah, sounds about right. Game logic do be that way.
Military operations are classified information. The brass is familiar with the situation at the NCRCF.
It's Fallout 1, huh? Okay.
We were sent out here to hold back the tide of convicts from the correctional facility. As you can probably tell, we aren't doing the kind of job we could be doing.
Let's see here.
The mission isn't a problem. The problem is with supplies. The convicts are better armed and organized than our intel initially suggested. I'm trying to get some reinforcements here, maybe some guns with some firepower, but shit. Things are just going slow. Most people just call it NCRCF. That's NCR Correctional Facility. A little bit ago, the convicts there staged a coup. Killed the guards that weren't able to escape. And I've been ransacking the area since then. Not much. They've taken to calling themselves powder gangers. Mostly because they've taken to using the explosives meant to clear boulders as weapons. They got organized faster than I would have thought. Most of them, at least. Thankfully, the small group in town here seem to have split off from the main force, so they aren't getting anything in the way of support. I have some free time. Ask away. Ma'am?
Okay, so I wasn't able to find anything out there.
Almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
I wonder if I can pickpocket it. He does have military orders. Yeah, we're gonna head out first. Yeah, that's fair. I think we're planning to go with Mr. House. Yeah, and doing a house run seems to be what the plan was. Okay, what is my current objective in general?
I love you 3000.
I love you too, Felly. Talk to the locals in Prim and learn what, if anything, the NCR is planning for the correctional facility. Yeah. Okay, here are all the mines. We're gonna drop a save because I am absolutely gonna blow myself up. I'm not good at this. Alright. Ouch. You see? I told you. I told you. God damn. How do people do this? I see people disable these mines, and they make it look so easy. How do you do that? They're just... Yeah. I don't know. You crouch. I'll take your word for it. Okay, so what did I cripple? Everything. I crippled everything. Uh-oh. PC? You doing okay? Screen just went black and now everything's frozen. This is not good. Hang on. YouTube Studio has crashed. Love to see it. And is OBS doing okay? OBS? OBS is not updated to show that I closed VTube Studio. No, OBS is just being weird. Huh. Don't know what the hell just happened. I'm gonna tab over... I might have to restart OBS. Everything is frozen on my end. Doesn't look like it's frozen on my stream. Okay. Give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. Okay, we should be back, but I have absolutely no way of seeing because OBS just refuses to update for me. It's just completely frozen. Okay, I'm gonna be using my stream right there instead. At least chat's updating. That's good. Chat's updating, and hopefully we're able to go back to the game. Okay. Go to Doctor's Bag, Stim Packs. Honestly, should I just reload? Y'all think I should reload? Because I had no idea what I was doing there. I'm gonna reload. Alright, let's try the crouch method. That's how you do it. You crouch. Okay. 2 out of 3. Sure, I'll take the mines too. Why not? If I don't use them, they're at least valuable. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh, wrong button. Okay. That's probably gonna kill you. Ooh, very close. Okay, that got you. Ouch. Sure, it's 50-50. Oh, got it. And that's everyone, apparently. Got some NCR money. Got some of that. Might as well take Buff out. Again, don't really know what the cases are. But... okay, let's see. Do I have a helmet? I don't think I have a helmet, so I'll take that too. Yeah, what am I wearing on my head? Probably nothing, right? There we go, now my damage threshold is 14. And as for you, all your money, and your stuff, and there we go. Into the casino. Okay, is this...
I don't know what it was brought you to Prim, youngster, but you might want to rethink your plans. Town's gone to hell.
So it might be that if I think I know what's going on. My quest to help the powder gangers is taking me to Prim, because, you know, I believe when you go to Prim, then you have to lead an assault on the NCRCF if you decide to help out the NCR. But in order for me to finish this quest, if I don't want to pickpocket Lieutenant Hayes, I'm going to have to rescue... what's his name? Deputy... what's... like the guy that's being held captive. I think I have to rescue him. But anyway, we're going to talk to Johnson Nash. Or as I like to call him, Josh. Apparently. Let's see.
Johnson Nash is my name. Husband to Ruby Nash. Lived in Prim going on 8 years now, thick and thin. I'm a trader primarily, for what it's worth with things like they are. I also run the local Mojave Express outpost.
See, then we've got... oh, am I? Right, I am.
Well, I don't got any work right now, sorry to say. I'll tell you whatever I can. You have a delivery order you can show me?
Apparently.
Oh, so you're talking about one of them packages. That job had strange written all over it, but we couldn't turn down the caps. Well, now that you mention it, a few nights back, one of the townies was out scavenging for supplies. He said he saw a fellow with a daisy suit come through with some of them Great Con misfits. They was talking about a chip. Well, for that, your best bet is going to be talking to Deputy Beagle. Since they came to town, he was keeping a good bit of notes on them, and he was slinking around Bison Steve when your pretty boy friend came through. He may have heard where they were going. That cowboy robot had us hire 6 couriers. Each was carrying something a little different. Pair of dice, chess piece, that kind of stuff. Last word I have from the office, it looked like payment had been received for the other 5 jobs. Guess it was just your chip that didn't make it. First deadbeat we hired to do the job canceled. Hope a storm from the divide skins him alive. Well, that's where you came in. Yeah, I got this look when he saw you next down on the courier list. His expression turned right around. Asked me if your name was for real. I said, sure as like a rain, you were still kicking. Then he turned down the job, just like that. I asked if he was sure it was good money. No, let Courier 6 carry the package. That's what he said. Like the Mojave'd sort you out or something. Then he just up and walked out. No idea. Sounds like you two had a history for him to act like that. And turn down the money, too. Hope he didn't see any trouble in that package of yours. Maybe he thought your name was bad luck. Enough for me to say.
Yeah, so basically, he's talking about the Lonesome Road DLC, which, again, I've never done that DLC before. And apparently, you know, you have history with, what's his name? Ulysses? That's his name, right? Ulysses? Apparently your character has history with him, but I don't know what that history is. But I guess we'll find out when we play the DLC.
Nope. Different fella. Bigger. Had himself a face on a screen. And he talked more like you or me. I guess I don't have anywhere better to be. Beagle had some notes he was taking while he was eavesdropping around the powder gangsters. He'll be your best source of information on that subject. Sure, I'll tell you what I know. I guess I don't have...
See?
I might know something, but my memory ain't what it used to be. Sometimes it needs motivating. No need to get upset, youngster. We're all friends here. I swore not to say a word to no one, but an NCR deserter passed through some days ago and traded for supplies. According to him, the NCR has decided enough's enough and is going to send in a mess of troops to take back the prison any day now.
There we go. So, the question is, if I finish off this quest, am I gonna be... Yeah, I know, Ellie. There is no endgame in this game, so I have to do all the DLC earlier. Is there... Yeah, do you know if I finish off this quest for the Powder Gangers, is that gonna get me vilified with the NCR right away? Or is it just gonna get me a bonus with the Powder Gangers? But anyway, I found that out. Let's see.
Right now, Beagle is the closest Prim's got to any organized law, but he's still stuck up in Bison Steve. First thing I'd say is get his sorry butt out of there. Gangers, gangsters, all sounds like trouble to me. Well, I'll answer what I can. Sure do. I run the courier office out of my shop. Leastways I did before things went to hell around here. Ask away.
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Let's see.
Let's see. Been tough around here for a good while now.
Alright, Ian, I'm probably gonna stop the stream here in like 7 minutes or so. Thanks for hanging out. Love to see you, as always.
Now they call themselves powder gangsters or something, and run around throwing dynamite and shooting people. A little while ago, a good chunk of them left whatever kind of organization they got up there to squeeze all the food and drink out of us they could. That's where we are. This here little casino brought some cash and bodies into the town before them powder gangsters.
Alright.
Now, they can't rush
I love
us
you too,
without eating
Felly.
a good bit of hot lead, but we are in a kind of box canyon. Guess this is a fitting place for that as any. I reckon that if they thought hard enough about it, they'd realize they got
And I
more
love you,
bodies
Ian.
than we have bullets. But for now, we're safe enough in here. It's an old hotel and casino here in town. Old Laura used to rent out rooms there, but she took off months ago. Across the way from the Vicky and Vance, the other old casino. Can't miss it.
And And that's it.
Don't go getting yourself shot.
Okay, so we now know what we need to know in order to just go back to the powder gangers. We'll probably drop a save before that, because, well, now we have a rough idea that that'll probably get us vilified with the NCR, so we gotta be careful. And, like, I want to do the quest because it's a quest, but I also don't want to get vilified with the NCR. And even though I know there's a reputation reset, that's not really what I want to do right away anyway. I want to be staying friendly with as many people as possible, and making enemies with powder gangers is what we're going to be doing eventually anyway, so yeah. We'll head back, drop a save. In fact, we'll drop a double save. So if we do end up getting vilified with the NCR, we can just reload one of those saves. Yeah. Generally, I don't like to do that. I like to just stick with the consequences of my actions and so forth, but it's been a while since I played New Vegas. Like, literal years. So, I don't really know too much. This is kind of like a semi-blind playthrough, where most of what I know is just from watching other people play it, and I know more about the early area than I do. Well, yeah, blind is a strong word. I know a lot about New Vegas, but I don't know a lot of the smaller nuances, is what I should be saying. Like, a lot of the nuance in the game I'm not as familiar with. So I'm gonna give myself a little bit of leniency, because if I do a quest, because I'm the typical person that would just do a quest because it's a quest. I wouldn't know about the consequences. So before we go in here, we're gonna drop our double save. There's save number 1, and then save number 2. The reason I'm doing a double save is I'll probably, if this leads me to do something else that I'm not entirely sure will get me vilified with the NCR, then I'll be dropping a couple saves here and there. And I want to save that over one of the 2 saves, but I will not save over the second save, just in case that this does end up screwing me over. Alright, and here we are.
What?
What?
Sounds like they're already here. There's no way I'm letting them take me alive. There's no reason for you to stick around and help us, but feel free to kill a few of the bastards on your way out.
Ah. Okay, so yeah, we're not doing it this way. We are not doing it that way. No, we're gonna reload. Instead... Oh yeah, betray Eddie by... Okay, that's what we're gonna do instead. We're gonna offer the NCR assistance and betray Eddie. But for now, let me get up on this hill real quick and face in the direction of Grim. For now, let's drop our other save. There we go. That's where I'm gonna call the stream. So... this is our new stream series for a bit. We're gonna do a full playthrough of this game and just see what it has to offer. There's a lot here. It's been many years since I last played it. And so yeah, I'm excited for this. I don't know if I'll be doing this every stream. I'll probably like switch around. Might get around to doing some collabs at some point. I know I'm hoping to continue my Pokemon playthrough that I was doing with Ian a while back. So hopefully we can get that. But yeah, then so there's, but this is going to be like our main series that we're going to focus on. We're going to focus on finishing Fallout New Vegas and do all the DLC and everything, and it's going to be great. But for now, I think we're calling the stream there. I'm going to probably, I'm thinking Mew might be who we raid. Let me just check real quick. Oh, they're actually doing a collab. Okay, I might not raid Mew. Let's do... June, maybe? Alright, June is playing Overwatch, so we'll raid June. But yeah, everyone, thank you for stopping by. I had a lot of fun. I'm excited for the series, and yeah, be sure to drop a follow, and here, when we get to June, here in chat, I am typing our raid message. And if you're subscribed to me, you can have access to this Haru Hug emote. But yeah, you can type that in chat when we get there, or copy and paste. And all that said, let's head on over. And yeah, have a great day. Bye-bye.